Let's admit it, cleaning your ears with Q-tips feels so good, yet it's forbidden. Why are Q-tips so bad for your ears? I'm going to share the answer to that in today's video. Welcome. If you're new, my name is Emily. I created Definite Hearing as a way to increase awareness for the deaf and hard of hearing. Today we're going to be talking about ears in general. Everyone's ears create earwax, and it is so tempting to clean it out with some Q-tips or cotton swabs. I hope you stick around to the end of this video because if you do, I'm going to share some safe ways and tools to effectively and safely clean out your ears. All right, so cleaning your ears with a Q-tip feels good. I like the feeling. Do you like the feeling? If so, I would love to hear in the comments below. But these little things, though they feel good, they are not good for us. Why is that? Well, when you insert your Q-tip into your ear to clean out your earwax, you are actually pushing the wax around rather than removing it. It's like plunging a cannon. You essentially, if you have enough earwax, you compact it on the sides and push it down towards your eardrum. Over time, this wax builds up and plugs your ears. I want to show a model of this, so I have a few things to help. I have my Q-tip or cotton swab, a straw, and some good old apple juice to act as some earwax. Okay, to start, I'm going to suck some classic applesauce through this straw. This is going to line the inside of the straw with applesauce, and this will act as our earwax on the inside of our ear canal. This is a super disgusting thing, but like to, I don't know, replay it or whatever, but we're gonna try this. Okay, perfect. So, you can't see it, but the inside of this straw is lined with applesauce. Now comes the tricky part. I want to be able to see it, so I'm going to create a cross section of the straw. Here we go. So in order to do this, I'm going to cut off a section of the straw right here. And then I'm going to cut it down the side. Awesome. It's looking legit. Okay, we're going to do an up-close shot. Okay, as you can see, we have our makeshift ear canal here. Imagine that the eardrum is right here. Okay, and this is the ear opening. You can kind of see the applesauce in there. This represents our ear wax. Okay. And this is our ear canal. Okay, so when you bring in your nifty cotton swab, this is how it acts to your ear canal. You go and you push it all down. Look at that. That is so bad. You push it all down towards your eardrum and you smother it and smush it and crunch it down. So when you feel like you cleaned out your eardrum, you didn't really. You just got some stuff on your cotton swab and compacted all of your earwax against your eardrum. Eardrums need to stay soft, flexible, and free of obstruction in order to function properly. The sound has to bounce off of and pass through there to be able to be processed to the brain. If you have earwax or cerumen built up against your eardrum thanks to Q-tips shoving it down your ear, you cannot hear as well, and over time it can cause huge problems. I hope that model helps. Do you have any questions? If so, I would love to hear in the comments below. If you have earwax, it is best that it is removed by a professional. Now, sometimes you just want to get it out yourself, sometimes it's just driving you crazy, so there are two main things that you can do to safely remove earwax at home, and this does not include using Q-tips or cotton swabs. Number one is using an earwax softener. A popular softener is Debrox earwax removal. This is a combination of oils and fluids that you can put into your ear that will soften your earwax. Your ear naturally moves wax out of the ear. When you use things such as Q-tips to remove earwax, it ruins that natural flow of things. But in some cases, some people's ears build up so much wax, they do need something, a little bit of assistance, to smooth out that wax so that it can move out of the ear. Debrox earwax removal drops can help with this. The second way to get wax safely out of your ear is by using an ear irrigator. What this is it's essentially a syringe of water that you squirt into your ear. The water goes in and pushes the wax out. Now, this tickles a lot. You will squirm. It feels so weird. It makes me shudder. This feeling is like, ah, like, ah. But there are so many tools online that you can get to do this. Obviously, be very careful. Make sure you monitor the speed of that stream, because if a stream is too strong, it could puncture your eardrum. When you're at home and you're doing these kinds of procedures on yourself, understand you assume that risk. It is always best to have a professional remove excessive earwax for you. Some earwax irrigator kits that are very simple include syringes. There's an easy dose earwax removal syringe online. I found one on Amazon. There's also a ear irrigator, and that essentially just looks like a huge squirt bottle that you can use to irrigate your ear. Now, I will say, for my, in my perspective, the syringe is much more practical than a huge squirt bottle. I mean, your ear canal is like that long. You don't need a gallon of water to clean it out. You need a couple cc's. And I just want to preface this by, I'm hard of hearing myself. I have earwax, but I'm not a professional. So use your best judgment, and here are some tips to know when you should definitely go see a professional to have your earwax removed. If you have feelings of fullness in the ear, if you have reduced or muffled hearing, and last but not least, if you have an earache, you definitely want to go see a professional. You may first assume that earwax is the issue, but you may find out that there are additional issues. And so it is always best to have a professional assess your hearing and hearing problems. So there you have it. Next time you pick up a cotton swab, you're going to know why this is bad for your ear canals and everything. You probably still will be tempted to use them. Try not to. If you have any questions or comments for me, please let me know in the comments below. I look forward to hearing more great stories, comments, likes, suggestions, and things like that from all of you. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any video requests, I would definitely love to hear those as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.